Hello everybody, this is Jason Heires. This is another My Album review. This is going to be volume 5. Today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite bands from New Jersey. No, I'm not talking about Bruce Springsteen, and God help me, I'm not talking about Bon Jovi either. I'm actually talking about a band that's been around for quite a while, but is definitely kind of an indie rock darling. There's a good chance that you may never have heard of this band. They do have some songs here and there in some movies. They did actually play the Velvet Underground in a movie called Who Shot Andy Warhol, and they're definitely influenced by Lou Reed and the Velvet Underground. There's no doubt about that. Anyway, the band is called Yo La Tengo, and the album is called Summer Sun. And here's the album cover. Now, obviously, the picture wasn't taken in the summer sun. And this album was recorded in 2003, and it kind of falls in the middle of Yo La Tengo's catalog. So it's been out for a while, but, and they release an album. They don't do it like every year, but they're pretty consistent. About every 4 to 5 years, maybe 2 to 3 years, they release an album. And this album is, the reason why I picked this particular album is because it has a quality that it's very pretty, it's very melodic, it has very rich sonic landscapes. It creates these really kind of restful sonic landscapes, and the songs really operate in these. And it's not like a hard rock, high energy album. It's actually totally the opposite of that. I had a friend who listened to this, and he referred to the band as Yo La Snoozo. It can be really restive, but it's actually really beautiful, and it's really elegant and very pretty. Now, this album has some really good songs on it. It has Little Eyes, which is one of their best all-time songs. It's a really great song. If you get a chance, I would definitely look that one up. It's got Season of the Shark, which is also a great song. Let's see here, it also has Today is the Day. It has Don't Have to Be So Sad, which is also a really wonderful song. Now, the story of this band is they've been an indie rock band for quite a long time, and they started off as a foursome early on in their career, but they've been basically 3 members for the whole time. And you have Ira Kaplan, who plays guitar and sings. You have James McNew, who's the bass player and sometimes sings. And you have Georgia Hubley, who's the drummer, and she also sings. Now, one thing about this band is none of the guys or girls in the band are really singers, like marquee singers. So if you're looking for somebody with like a really strong vocal range or something like that, these guys aren't your guys. But they do provide decent vocals, and the soundscapes that they create and the textures and the way that they deliver songs is really good. Now, Yo La Tengo tends to operate in 2 different modes. There's the mode that they operate in on this album, which is very quiet and reflexive. And then they also have a side to them that really likes feedback and noise. And this is also where, like, a comparison to the Velvet Underground could come in, because there's a part of them that's definitely Sister Ray, and then there's a part of them that's definitely Pale Blue Eyes. So there's a cross of a lot of different sounds. That, and Georgia Hubley is a drummer, and she plays in a fairly similar style to Mo Tucker, very simple, very organic kind of drumming. She kind of also falls into like the Meg White kind of school of drumming, even though she's probably a little bit more sophisticated than that. Now the thing is that, and then just so you know, Ira and Georgia are married now, even though they still, when they list them with separate last names. I've seen them live a few times. First time I saw them was, I believe, in 2004 in a Don't Vote for Bush for the Love of God campaign. concert, and I've seen them a couple other times since. And they're always really good shows. They did one thing that I've never seen anybody else do, which is they have their guest artists come on stage with them and they played all together. And what they did actually is like the guest artist would play a song with Yo La Tengo in the band. I've never seen anybody ever do that since, but it's kind of an interesting thing to do. So anyway, this is a really good band. They're definitely worth paying attention to. If you want to get a sense of their whole catalog, there's a nice hits collection or a best of collection called Prisoners of Love, and so that's a very good album, and I would definitely recommend that one. But this album's really sublime and restful, and it's definitely goes back. And the Yo La Snoozo guy, he listened to it a few more times and he began to really like this album. So even if it doesn't connect with you the first time, yeah, give it a few tries. It does clock in at almost an hour, so it does get a little long. The second to last track is kind of a really mellow song, and it lasts for like 10 minutes, so just be aware of that. And but it's definitely worth listening to, and I give it a very high recommendation. This album, along with I Can Hear the Heart Beating as One, are probably the best Yo La Tengo albums. And I have a soft spot in my heart for the very, very sonic album called May I Sing With Me that, like, my brother doesn't like and a few other people, but it's very, very sonic and very opposite end of the spectrum from this album, Summer Sun. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you for listening. I will do a review for the new Wilco album, but I still haven't fully worked out my impressions of the album yet. So I want to make sure that I give you a good solid review. I'm not under any time pressure to do these, so I will give you a review when I feel like I'm ready for it. All right? Thank you and have a great one. Thanks for watching these. Bye.